What's up, guys? I just wanted to make a little quick video real quick showing how to fix the steering stabilizer or dampener on my 2006 gsxr-600. I don't know exactly which all bikes it'll fit. I think it works for all the 600s, 750s, the GSXRs anyways. I don't know, somebody a little smarter than me might can tell, but all of the research I did showed that these were non-fixable. They don't offer any seals for them. Nobody can find them. All the forums I've read, the seals just don't exist. And everybody was saying switch over to an aftermarket one, and depends on what you get. They're either $800, $500, or $100, and I wasn't really, bike's not worth spending $800 on, and I ain't really trying to put my life in the hands of a little $100 steering stabilizer. So got the old dial calipers out, and I decided I'm gonna find the seal, and I think I did. Have not put it on the bike, obviously, so it might work, it might not work. I'll try to make a video a little bit later on, kind of a follow-up, seeing how it works. But as far as disassembling it goes, I already disassembled it, obviously, just because I didn't have a special tool to take these little end caps out, so I struggled with it a little bit, so I'm not going to show that. Y'all can figure that part out. The main thing was just these seals, being able to find these seals right here. So, but as far as disassembling goes, it goes in there like this. If you take it apart and you don't remember which way this rod goes, the threads go on the same size as your little ball joint right here where it mounts to the bike. But this is in here. These little brass caps right here is actually what the seal goes in, which I already got that one in right there, which I'll go and show. These are your old seals here, and then this is the new one here that I had found. They look almost identical, but so your seals go in these little end caps right here. Your garter spring always goes in towards your oil. O-ring right here obviously goes in towards the oil. So garter spring, you'll just put a little oil on the seal, press it in the cap, and then cap one on each end. As far as I could tell, they're both the same. I don't think it matters on which side they go in. End caps go in there. Of course, you'll put your rod in first, and then these little nuts right here, it's got 2 slots in them, go in, thread in, and then lock it all together. But the seals that I had found are that right there. So it is a 10mm, 20mm by 10mm, and I found them at avxseals.com. I think this was like 14 bucks for the 2 of them, something like that. So it is, the outside diameter of it is 20mm, inside diameter is 10mm, and they are 10mm thick. So even if you can't find the seals at AVX, maybe you could find them elsewhere. This was just the first place I found them, so I went with these. Another thing as well, if you put in on Amazon, so Amazon did not have one that was 10mm thick. They only had them that were 5mm thick. So I even thought about taking and doing putting 2 on each side, double stacking them in, so ordering 2 of the 20mm OD, a 10mm ID, and then it'd be a 5mm thick, and then ordering 4 of them and double stacking them inside of here. Of course, they're double lip seal with the garter spring, but double stacking them in here if you can't find these these 10mm thick ones. But I just thought I'd make that video to kind of show what I had found. You know, hopefully it works, hopefully it'll help somebody else. But there you go.